You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Harry's wife. She's coming back. Yes, you heard a collective groan, screams of dismay, screams of terror that have been issued by the good denizens of the United Kingdom at the suggestion of Harry's wife returning to that sceptred isle. Many may think that people in the United Kingdom are having a tough time of it at the moment, and the last thing that they need is the Duchess of Overseas, well, coming over from overseas. But who is pushing this? Who is suggesting that Harry's wife may well be returning to fair old Blighty? Well, it's no surprise, as it's once again Hello that's really gone into overdrive the last few days in its attempts to ensure that Harry's wife gets talked about and is plastered everywhere across the old internet. This time, it's Gemma Strong, who has the disgrace of writing the headline, Prince Harry prepares to return to the United Kingdom. Will Harry's wife join him? Is this simply one of those articles where they know that Harry is coming back to the United Kingdom, so basically that person that sat in the dungeon underneath the street in London is forced to write some pap speculating about whether Harry's wife might come? Would you like to place your bets now, noble listeners? Do you think that, yes, most definitely she's coming back and accompanying him for the court case, and hello, that bastion of investigative journalism has clearly got its finger on the pulse and knows full well what's going on? Or do you simply think this is yet more PR piece puffery, as Gemma Strong of Hello is forced, at gunpoint perhaps, to write something about Harry's wife to ensure that she continues to be spoken about? You can place your bets right now. You can think about which outcome you think it is, or you can even say it out loud. But we're going to find out to see if this is just yet more PR piece puffery, or whether there is a clear and present danger that the megalodon, that the Harry's wife is going to come swooping in by private jet, issuing beige words of fridge magnet platitudes as she hoovers an entire nation. Prince Harry, Gemma Strong writes, spent a whirlwind 24 hours in London last week as he returned for the King's coronation. Having landed in the UK on Friday morning, he was already on the way to Heathrow by 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, just as his family members were on their way to Buckingham Palace for their balcony appearance. So we're not even getting into the speculation. We're getting the regurgitation of an event that's not even a week old. The glowing embers haven't yet faded, and they're digging it up again. But here it comes. But it seems the prince is preparing for another visit to his homeland, and fans, who are they, are speculating whether he will be joined by his wife, Harry's wife. Do you mean Hello is speculating about this fact because it's paid to do so? Harry's wife was last in Britain in September 2022 when the couple attended the funeral of the late Queen, see parts passim, bringing up the past for assertion of control now. But she chose not to attend the coronation on 6th of May, instead remaining in Monte Shitcho, California with their children. The historic celebrations fell on the same day as son Archie's 4th birthday. Did they really? We hadn't been told this before, but thanks again for digging up the recent past. Harry's upcoming visit will see him enter the witness box as part of a High Court trial with a tabloid newspaper publisher. Harry is one of a number of high-profile figures bringing claims against Mirror Group newspapers over alleged unlawful information gathering at its titles. Other celebrities include singer and former Girls Aloud member Cheryl, YI Man, the estate of the late singer and empath George Michael, ex-footballer and television presenter and shit pundit Ian Wright, and actor Ricky Tomlinson. Out of the wider pool of people bringing claims, representative claimants were selected as test cases to go to trial, including Harry. The other people selected for trial are former Coronation Street actress Nikki Sanderson, comedian Paul Whitehouse's ex-wife Fiona Reitman, and actor Michael Turner. MGN is contesting the claims, arguing that some have been brought too late. Last month, lawyers for the group of claimants said that all the witnesses on their side would be giving evidence in person. This means the Duke, who is expected to give evidence in June, will make a second visit to the High Court this year. The trial comes after Harry made a surprise appearance at the Royal Courts of Justice in March to attend a preliminary hearing in his separate claim against Associated Newspapers Limited, the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. Harry has previously claimed that it is too dangerous for him and his family to return to the United Kingdom, open bracket, but saw fit to talk about killing 25 Taliban, because after all, that's not going to make him a target, is it? He travelled alone to the coronation of his father and caught a British Airways flight on Saturday that arrived at LAX airport at 7:30 p.m. local time, allowing him to get home to Montecito in time to see Archie on his special day. The Duke, who did not have a formal role at the coronation, looked dapper in a suit for the service instead of a traditional military uniform, though he still wore his military medals. Because he's no longer a working member of the royal family, he's no longer able to wear his uniform for royal occasions. Harry sat in the third row, closest to the aisle inside Westminster Abbey, with Princess Eugenie's husband Jack Brooksbank seated next to him, beside Princess Eugenie, followed by Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, Princess Beatrice and Prince Andrew, bringing up the recent past once again. Cue a number of pictures showing them attending. And that's your lot! Yes! So basically, this is an article about Harry was back in London. Harry's wife wasn't in London. Harry's coming back for a court case. He was back for another court case earlier on. And then, in order to ensure that the Duchess of Overseas get mentioned, we pose the question, Prince Harry prepares to return to the United Kingdom. Will Harry's wife join him? This, once again, demonstrates the barrel-scraping nature of Harry's wife in having her name tacked onto an article which is about things that we already know about, that we've already been told about, that are regurgitated. That she's so deathly dull, so utterly beige, uninteresting. But with that necessity to assert control and draw fuel, she has to find some way of being mentioned. And you can imagine her diktat. Make sure that I'm mentioned. I don't care how you do it, as long as it's favourable. Get me in there, get me mentioned. There's no suggestion at all that she'll return to the United Kingdom. There's no evidence to support it whatsoever. In fact, the likelihood of her turning up is about nil. Why? Her narcissism will simply say, you're too unpopular. They're going to boo you. Don't bother. This is Haz's mess. Let him sort it out himself. You concentrate on talking about the Tig being resurrected for the 37th time this week. Another opportunity to see the desperation that Harry's wife exhibits in her need for attention, i.e. fuel. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.